Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to right!
Howdy, howdy, Sudouble here, and welcome to a game featuring the Dwarfs versus the Dark Elves, as generaled by awizard.lizard. This is an absolutely awesome game that I'm so happy got sent to me. It's really fun, and the first engagement is unbelievable. So, for awizard.lizard's army, he has 4 rangers out front. Now, these guys in the recent patch were buffed in terms of their overall AP damage, nerfed in terms of their output, and they are now 25 gold more expensive. He's got those guys out front, obviously just to put some early pressure on something. He has got 3 miners with blasting charges, and these guys were given +2 melee attack in the last patch, but they were also made more expensive. They're at 425 gold now. In the secondary line, he has 2 Iron Drakes. So these guys are meant to hit whatever, and the Iron Drakes are meant to support into here. And they have that leadership debuff, and they do pretty good damage. In the outside of his formation, he has 2 Dwarf Warriors to help hold things down. In the center, some Dwarf Warriors with great weapons who have recently got buffed with +2 melee attack. And you can see they're running at 33 melee attack right now because we have Thorgrim Grudgebearer supporting them. And he, of course, has the Great Book of Grudges for the huge +9 melee attack and 55 meters. And he also has High King, so if he gets below 50% health, everyone gets +8 melee attack, immunity to psychology, 8% charge bonus, and 12% weapon damage. And he does have this awesome ability, Oath of Vengeance, a hex for 44 seconds, 200 meter cast range, -27 melee defense, and it only takes 60 seconds to actually regen. And he's got 2 hammers in the back. They both have 1 chevron for that little chevron trick, so you can get free stats throughout the game. He does have a group of Althar's Raider in the very back for that debuff. You know, they have Marked by Althar, which is absolutely awesome. -24 missile parry with shield, -22% missile resistance, and -30 armor for 28 seconds. And he also in the very back has some Dwarf Warriors to sort of protect his back line. Now for the Dark Elf army, you can see already he's got Harpies here, and he has 2 other groups of Harpies here. So 4 groups of Harpies there, very, very good against the Dowie. You know, I always wonder why some Dark Elf players don't bring them. They're so good, but some just don't. In this front line, he has 4 groups of Bleak Swords. Okay, so they're obviously just meant to go up and tank some damage. They do have that silver shield, so really they're meant to go up to here and take some damage. And he has 2 groups of Blackheart Corsairs for sort of that wide run around the outside. Really, his heavy hitters are right here. 3 groups of Harganeth Executioners. This is a nasty, nasty build. Very, very, very good build, I think. The Harganeth Executioners are really meant to come in after these Bleak Swords have taken some damage, get into that line, and do all the heavy hitting. For support, he does have Malekith on a chariot, which is very strong because the chariot is armor piercing, anti-infantry, 28 bonus versus infantry. He only has 38 melee attack and 27 melee defense, but that 28 bonus versus infantry is really, really going to help. The only spells he has are Soul Stealer, which will heal him, and Word of Pain, -44 melee attack, -60% accuracy, and Chill Wind, which is this the bound spell? I think this might be a... No, it's not the bound spell. It's cost 5 winds of magic. He does have some bad bound spells. And he has Spiteful Conjuration, -15 armor every time he casts. And he does have immunity to psychology and 20% physical resistance. And he brought along, just for fun, a Cold One Chariot. And this, again, this has actually missile damage. So this does 102 missile damage, armor piercing. Has armor piercing anti-infantry, bonus versus infantry of 22, and does cause fear. So I'm going to let this go, and you're going to see as the engagement starts. So really, I'm imagining awizard.lizard was in here just in case he has no artillery, and he's just going to push forward and trying to find where he's going to get into this engagement up here, because he's going to want to get his rangers involved early, and they'll put the pressure on, because obviously the Dark Elf player may think there's more in the woods as things keep coming out. He won't know these guys are here because they are all hidden. So Wizarders are going to want to get early shots onto that front line. You can already see he's pushing these guys up, and he's got everyone. He's going to go after the Harpies in the beginning, but the Harpies don't come forward. That's the target I would go after because they're so dangerous versus the Dowie. But he's going to change his targets in very short order. He's actually going to go after these Blackheart Corsairs out here, and he's going to go after these Hargoneth Executioners right here. Just going to get one volley in, and then he's actually going to switch in here. So I'm going to slow this down because this is the engagement. This is absolutely glorious, and I want to make sure everyone can see what I see. So a Wizard Lizard right now, he got one volley in with the Rangers. Okay, just got a little chip damage on these Hargoneth Executioners, a little chip damage on the Blackheart Corsairs. He really wants to bring these guys back here. Now he's bringing up his Miners with Blasting Charges, and you're going to see Miners with Blasting Charges are going to devastate these Bleak Swords because they only have 30 armor, and then he's going to follow up the Iron Drakes on this free runner Iron Drakes over here. So I'm going to press play because this is absolutely glorious how he switches this out, and you're going to see the devastation that's going to take place in the front line for these three units. Look at all the health they're losing. In comes the Iron Drakes, do a massive shot on the Bleak Swords right there, and you're going to see these Iron Drakes are going to come over and get a shot in on the Hargoneth Executioners. He's going to focus these guys down right here. He wants to get some shots, but you can see routed, ready to rout, and this guy's sort of coming around the side. Now he's getting some big shots on the Hargoneth Executioners here, and I think now at this point the Dark Elf player, because he saw everything in here, he's like, oh geez, I got to get these guys in. He's bringing everything back. He wants to get those Harpies involved because they're so dangerous versus the Dowie, but you can see 1, 2, 3 Bleak Swords routed. This Bleak Sword has made it to the back line, but he has been able to intercept with these Dwarf Warriors, and he is able to get his Rangers into sort of better firing positions back here. But unfortunately, here's going to come this wide flank. So these Blackheart Corsairs are coming a little late, but they're going to get there. They got a wide flank coming in with the Cold One Chariots wide flank. These guys are coming in. These guys are coming in. Wide flank here with these Blackheart Corsairs. Malekith is coming in, and we've got these other Harpies coming in. So we're going to see things are going to start changing very good. So this has been unbelievably fantastic. I mean, initial engagement, and you can see what a Wizard Lizard is doing is he's swapping. He's bringing up his Dwarf Warriors here, and he's bringing back his Miners, because Miners are not very good in a straight-up melee engagement. He's bringing his Dwarf Warriors here, and he actually is going to bring his Miners to help go against this Hargoneth Executioner, and you'll see why in a second. He's bringing back these Miners, but he's actually going to get overloaded very, very shortly. So I will press play, and we're going to try and keep track of what's going on here, and I'm going to slow down again in very, very short order. But you can see here comes the engagement. So the Harpies are going to come in onto these Iron Drakes. Here comes these Blackheart Corsairs over here. You're going to see Thorgrim's going to try and get into the front, but everything's going to start to get very, very difficult. So Thorgrim has cast here Oath of Vengeance. So now these Hargoneth Executioners only have 7 melee defense. So these full group of Miners and these full group of Dwarf Warriors are going to be able to get some damage into the Hargoneth Executioners, and Thorgrim Grudgebearer is going to come into support. The Runesmith is going to come into support here with the Hammer of Carrick draws for the -44 melee attack, and he's pushing in the Dwarf Warriors from the side because these Hargoneth Executioners are very strong. He's trying to get his Iron Drakes out, but the Harpies are already on, and you can see the Blackheart Corsairs. He's intercepted them with the hammers and kept them out of the Rangers. So the Rangers are still sort of semi-online, but things are happening in this backline. You can see the Hammer of Carrick draws is now on here. He's bringing in the Miners to support, but in come the Harpies onto the Rangers. In come these Harpies onto these Ulthar's Raiders, along with this Cold One Chariot, and they're absolutely going to devastate the Ulthar's Raiders here. You can see this front line's going okay now. Malekith has come in, and he's going to start running over the Rangers. These Hammers have... unfortunately, they're going to chase a little bit before he remembers to bring them back. He is trying to shoot back in here and trying to control this front line, but Hargoneth Executioners are very, very strong. Even if they got low stats, they still got the bonus versus infantry, and now here comes the Murderous Prowess. So they're actually going to start doing even more damage, and he's absolutely obliterating the Ulthar's Raiders in the back here, and you can see these guys are obliterating the Rangers, and he's got this Chariot in here going after the Iron Drakes, and he's got a spell coming in here. You're going to see he's got, Marked by Ulthar, so he has been able to get that Marked by Ulthars off, but he's going to try and get after the Cold One Chariot. He does have the hammers over here, and you can see Malekith is actually moving around the center. He's going to go and plow right into the Iron Drakes here, and I'm just going to slow things down to take a look. Now, these Bleak Swords have routed, and now they're coming back. These guys have routed Hargoneth Executioners, and now they're going to come back. These guys have routed, and they're going to come back. These guys have routed and come back. Routed and come back. So everything is actually starting to come back into the line for the second wave, and unfortunately Wizard Lizard has not been able to win this outright and finish the engagement. He's got his Runesmith, Miners, and Dwarf Warriors fighting against these Hargoneth Executioners that had the Hammer of Carrick draws, and these Hargoneth Executioners have been able to finish off the Miners with the Blasting Charges, and the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, and they're beating down Thorgrim Grudgebearer, and that's all with all three of them fighting, and the Oath of Vengeance on them. Meanwhile, the center is occupied by the Harpies. Over here, Harpies over here, and Malekith is over here. He has noticed the hammers. He's going to bring those guys back. So now the real pressure starts to come on, because these guys are coming back in for the second time, and he hasn't been able to get rid of the Hargoneth Executioners. And you can see all the Dowie units are routing. You can see these Rangers, really those freaking Harpies are just doing a number, and they're coming after these Rangers, coming after the Iron Drakes, and they're going to push them off. Fortunately, you got a really full health of hammers going to come back in, but these guys are routing, and this pocket is just a real struggle, real struggle. This is just Thorgrim Grudgebearer fighting against Bleak Swords here at Hargoneth Executioners. This Cold One Chariot has been beat down by the hammers in here, but now the Bleak Swords are in here. We've got Blackguard Corsairs and no more Bleak Swords fighting against the hammers and beating down the Dwarf Warriors. You can see these Ulthar's Raiders are routed. In here, Malekith is going to help push them off. These Iron Drakes are routed. You see all the Dowie units are now getting pushed out of this pocket, including the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, and the Runesmith has actually got routed too, and he's going to route out this way. He's going to try and get in here with these Miners with Blasting Charges, get a rear charge of the Hargoneth Executioners. They have another Oath of Vengeance on them. This is a second Oath of Vengeance on. They have 13 models, and they are still fighting. Still fighting. This is absolutely brutal. They are getting rear charged by the Miners with Blasting Charges. In comes Malekith, and here comes, I believe this is going to be a Soul Stealer. We're going to see... Yes, boom. We've got a Soul Stealer. So Malekith is getting into a fight with Thorgrim Grudgebearer, and he's healing what he needs to. He's going to heal up to full and maintain it full. But here comes this group of hammers. They're going to come back into this line, and they're going to be able to push into this side and really support. So he's bringing this stuff in. These hammers are still holding strong out here at the Blackguard Corsairs, but you can see all this stuff has really been pushed way out here. He's going to try and bring some of it back, but these Harpies are all very healthy. They're going to be able to keep fighting there. This Chariot is rampaging. Unfortunately for the Chariot, it rampages right into hammers. That is not good news for it. The Malekith is right here. He's actually just going to go around the map, find targets he wants to beat up, the Dwarf Warriors, the Miners with Blasting Charges, the Rangers, and he's going to start taking care of them. He's going to let this pocket resolve. He's got Bleak Swords in here, Bleak Swords, and Hargoneth Executioners with 41 models. There's actually quite a few. These Dwarf Warriors are fighting, and he has put a one of those Wind Blasts on there. Unfortunately, these Hargoneth Executioners have routed, and now these Harpies have shattered. These Bleak Swords have shattered, but there's some Dowie units that have gone right off the map over this side, and he's got back in with the Harpies over here to take care of the Ulthar's Raiders and the Rangers. And here, these Harpies are coming back. Like, these Harpies are really, really doing some work. Now, some of them, one of them shattered. These guys have routed, but they're going to come back for another time. These Blackguard Corsairs are going to go into fights with the Runesmith, and you can see Malekith has been able to take care of everything back here. So he's got rid of there was some Dwarf Warriors here, there's some Miners, and now he's got rid of these Rangers on the backside, and they're fighting. He's going to actually see, these guys are going to see, and they're going to bring them back in here. This has resolved. So he actually has been able to shatter the Hargoneth Executioners, and now there's this Dowie pocket right here, and he's going to try and bring in the Dwarf Warriors, the Hammers, everyone back in here, including the Runesmith, and try and stabilize here. Meanwhile, for the Dark Elves, he actually has a number of groups too. He's making sure to get rid of the Rangers here. He's making sure that he's going to go after the Rangers over here. You can see he's trying to push them out, but he's going to make his own pocket over here. He does have Malekith who's just going to go in for a quick charge on the Dwarf Warriors, because Malekith is very strong, because if you notice, no ranged here. It's like Malekith can just sort of skirt around the edges, and if he finds a good charge, he's going to take it. Meanwhile, these Bleak Swords are right here. These guys have rallied, so he's going to actually have get these guys together. He's got another, what is that, Windblade or whatever it is. I'm just going to go quickly look at what that ability is. Chillwind, sorry, Chillwind. You can see the Dowie Wizard Lizard is saying, okay, I got to get everyone together, and I'm going to try and stand still so I can improve my vigor. There's 3 groups of Harpies right here. One is shattered, but these guys have 20 models out of 45, 29, and 25, so they're really, really strong. Over here, he's got this pocket. He's just getting them together, and he actually is trying to chase down these Rangers here with these Blackguard Corsairs, and these guys, he's just trying to put them together. So he's trying to pick a time to come in and charge. There's not really much a Wizard Lizard can do. He's got Thorgrim out front here. No, you gotta stop here. So Thorgrim which I missed and failed to mention, Thorgrim here is below half health. That means all these guys got the double buff because they have a high king and they have the +9 melee attack. So these hammers have 70 melee attack, and they've gained 2 chevrons in this fight. Frick, it's just amazing. Like, these miners with blasting charges have 37 melee attack. So they're going to be able to get some. They're going to be able to get some work done. But he wants Thorgrim out front, and you can see he's very specifically got Thorgrim out front, facing Malekith, because Thorgrim can stop Malekith. So he's just keeping Thorgrim on the same side as Malekith, so he can meet him wherever he's going to go. So Dark Elf player is going to come in. He's going to get his forces together, and he's going to come in for a charge. You're gonna see that Wizard Lizard has Thorgrim Grudgebearer out here. He's ready for that charge. He's got everyone buffed. You see he's facing him down, and boom, he's going to start fighting, and in comes everybody to start charging and going after the Dowie. These Bleak Swords are going to come in. In here, we've got the Oath of Vengeance on the Harpies, because Wizard Lizard wants to really get rid of the Harpies, and he's going to try and cycle charge with Malekith. In here comes the Rune of Wrath and Rune for the minus 72% charge speed and speed to slow him down to 19 speed. And you're going to see that he's also going to put the Hammer of Karak Draws on him very shortly. He's really trying to get as much damage in on Malekith as he can. Way back here, he's still kiting these guys over here. Malekith is going to try and shoot. Malekith is trying to shoot through, so he gets another chill in, and he actually pulls out to get ready to cycle charge. So he's not actually going to put it on right now. The spells, that's actually a little bit later. I've watched this a few times. It's really, really cool end, but you can see he's taking care of all these Harpies. Shatter, 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 rout, and Malekith is coming in and getting some good damage with these miners with blasting charges, and then he's sort of just coming in and going out and just finding a place to go. But you can see that charge, the Dowie held up very, very nicely. You know, these guys are going to rally, but you can see shattered, 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 routed, and shattered. These guys are over here, and over here you're going to see way over in the distance here, these Rangers are going to start shooting into the Black Corsairs. I'll just kind of keep it up. You can see they're going to just start shooting the Black Corsairs because they have routed them. So a Wizard Lizard again, getting everything ready. Where's Thorgrim? He's out in front, ready for Malekith. He wants to make sure he blocks Malekith with his mass, and meanwhile he's shooting at the Black Corsairs. And in comes Malekith. He's going to try and get a charge against Thorgrim. They both get a hit in. And in comes the Runesmith. You can see he has routed this Black Corsair in the background. Malekith is getting some hits in on Thorgrim, but Thorgrim's going to come back in. He does have one more group of Harpies, but they are very, very rough shape. There's only, 10 models. They're going to come in and try and charge and slow everything down. In comes an attack on Thorgrim. Malekith is really, his only hope is actually to kill Thorgrim, so everyone's going to come in on the charge. Boom, there comes the Oath of Vengeance, so Malekith, I'm just going to slow things down. Oath of Vengeance on Malekith, and the Hammer of Karak Draws, and the Master Rune of Wrath, or the Rune of Wrath and Rune. So he has 19 speed, 0 melee attack, and 0 melee defense. So you're going to see he's going to try and run away, but then he's going to realize that he can't make it because he's running really so slow, and all the Dowie are getting in shots, and he's just going to turn around and start fighting. Because there's no point in run away, so Malekith, he's too slow. He's got 0 melee attack, 0 melee defense, so now he's getting beat down by hammers, he's getting beat down by dwarf warriors. I believe there's some miners way back here, and he's trying to fight against Thorgrim right in the middle. Thorgrim's getting some big shots, and that is the match. Absolutely love this game. Love the way everything was executed right in the beginning. And this army by the Dark Elves, like, this is a nasty, nasty build. Like, this is a hard build to deal with. 4 Harpies is so good. And you look at the Harpies, 100 kills, 28 kills, 35 kills, 28 kills. Not only did they get all those kills, they got rid of all of the Rangers, they got rid of the 2 Iron Drakes, and they got rid of the Althar's Raiders. And they pushed off some other units. Malekith, 169 kills. Again, he not only got a lot of kills, but he pushed off a lot of units. 27, 26, and 13 for the Bleak Swords. 80 and 37 of the Black Corsairs, which is quite good. You can see they got into the back line. 74, 107, and 57 for the Harganeth Executioners, and they were focused. Very, very strong performance. And once they got the martial murderous prowess, they were really sticking in there like that. they just stuck around and kept fighting. And you could see Wizard Lizard's plan. He planned to get rid of this line and then focus everything on the Harganeth Executioners and get rid of them. But everyone got back from route before he could get rid of the Harganeth Executioners, and that's when it got to be really, really hard. So Wizard Lizard's build is really, really good. And this is fun. Like, since the patch, we're seeing a lot of different leadership packages for the Dowie, which I love. And it's not just Rune Lord all the time. Which has been really, really fun to see. Like, I have a whole bunch of games I haven't cast yet. I'm going to try and get to them, but Thorgrim Grudgebearer, he got 100 gold cheaper and a bit stronger. 53 kills. The Runesmith got 15 kills. 43, 30, and 52 with the Miners with Blasting Charge. That execution in the beginning with the Miners with Blasting Charges along with the Iron Drakes to absolutely decimate this front line was amazing. Unbelievably pulled off. Very good use of the Rangers in the beginning, but I mean, you just couldn't. It's really hard to stand up to Harpies. It is very difficult to deal with Harpies, so they fly right in and they do a number on Rangers. I think I've removed Rangers from my own Dark Elf build because Harpies are so crushing. I'm not sure. I think I might have replaced them with Quarrelers, just because I have a little bit more armor to deal with these Harpies. I'm not really sure. But anyways, 49, 72, and 46 with the Dwarf Warriors. 38 with the Dwarf Warriors, great weapons. Really, though, the Hammers, 166, 149, and they were there right to the end, especially this group. Really, those Hammers, along with Thorgrim Grudgebearer's buffs and the Runesmith's debuffs, were just very, very strong in the pocket. Only one with the Ultra Raiders. Yeah, they really got focused down. Like, those Harpies are crushing. One group of Harpies and this Cold One Chariot were just able to absolutely obliterate the Altar's Raiders. But really, really fun build, close game, and very, very strong play by a Wizard Lizard. And I just love, even if this had turned out to be a loss, I would still love this game because of that execution right in the beginning was absolutely spectacular. And it's everything you think about in your mind when you plan something. Your plans rarely come to fruition, but when you're making a build like this, you're imagining this exactly what Wizard Lizard did. This is what you're imagining in your mind, how it's going to work out. And he executed it to perfection. It was absolutely amazing to watch. So anyways, I hope to hear from you guys down in the comments. What did you think of this game? What did you think of the really that frontline engagement and unbelievable execution? I mean, I absolutely loved it. I could watch that game over and over and over again, and I hope I got a good enough angle so you got to really see the scope. It was the very first time I watched this game. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing and so fun to watch. And thanks Wizard Lizard for sending me this awesome replay, and thanks to everyone who's sending me replays. I mean, I've got so many good ones I want to cast, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I would love to hear from you down in the comments. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you soon.